Mr. Speaker, the day we stop growing is the day we start dying. Remember, I said so. I hear them banging on about we need to stop work permits. I hear them banging on about we need to control the population growth. Mr. Speaker, anything that grows too fast creates a problem. We know that. And I am not suggesting for a moment that we shouldn't plan our development and our growth. But there is a reason, Mr. Speaker, why we are the envy of the region and many places in the world. And it is because we have not been victims to insular thinking and to prejudice. Cayman owes most of what we have in terms of development and opportunity to immigration. I know it's a bad word in some quarters, particularly across the floor, but it is immigration that has allowed this island and all of us to develop the way we have and to have the opportunities that we have. But immigration, like fire, is a good servant but a bad master. And so, Mr. Speaker, while this has been a challenge to government after government ever since time when Cayman started to really grow, when they passed the work permit law in 1969, those old people knew it then. When we got the Caymanian Protection Law in 71, they understood it then. But make no bones about it, Mr. Speaker. Cussing the foreigners, saying that nobody should be granted Caymanian status if they're not married to a Caymanian. That is the kind of thinking that put the Bahamas where they were for all of those years. Mr. Speaker, you look across the region and look at which of the countries are doing well, and it is those who have been willing to say, listen, we welcome immigration. Our people must have opportunities as well. But properly managed, immigration provides lots of those opportunities for our people. And that, Mr. Speaker, is what divides in a huge way the views and policies of the administration that I lead from the one led by the leader of the opposition. Mr. Speaker, when I was born, which I always tell people was not long ago, the population of these islands was 8,500 people. I think the last I saw from ESO was 6-1-5 or something like that. And, Mr. Speaker, Cayman's population had remained largely, stagnant for the best part of more than 200 years. It is, and for most of that time, in fact, all of that time, up until the late 50s, early 60s, we led a largely subsistence existence as a country. Such money as came in here was sent home by our men who went to sea. It is immigration, principally, that has provided the economic foundation that we now live on, build on, I hope, and continue to improve the opportunities for our people. Mr. Speaker, I have two sons. One is 25 and one is 22. No one believes that I have anything but the very best interest and concern for the future of the people of this country, and particularly the young people of this country, and the opportunities for them to do well and live good and productive lives in a country in which they can be proud and of which they can be proud. So, anyone in any doubt about that, let me make that very clear. But there is no future, Mr. Speaker, no future in isolationist policies, in overprotectionism, and in constantly hammering